Now, Moses, he was an intellectual giant. He had been taught by his mama that he was going to be the deliverer. And he knew it was coming close to the time that God had promised Abraham that his seed would sojourn 400 years in a strange land, would be brought out by a mighty hand. And his mama maybe told him and said, Moses, when you were a little baby, your father Amram, when he was working in the brick kiln, he'd pray every night, all night long, God send a deliverer. One night in a vision upstairs, he seen a great angel stand with a sword and pointed north and said, I'm ready to take the people out. And I conceived you, Moses, right under the thread of Pharaoh. And I hid you in the bulrush and right amongst the gators that was sat upon the babies of Egypt. But God delivered you. You were a proper child when you were born. You were born to be a prophet, Moses. You are God's servant. And then you're raised up here under Pharaoh's doorstep. You're the next Pharaoh. But remember, as Josephel would have told him, remember the commandments of the Lord. Then Moses studied, and he was a great military man. He was an intellectual giant. My, how the intellectuals, he was so wise he could teach the Egyptians wisdom. But then he tried to deliver the children in his own way. You can't do that. You've got to forget your way and take God's way. That's what I'm trying to say tonight. Notice, Moses then cried within himself and slew an Egyptian. And what happened? When he slew the Egyptian, he got scared and run into the desert and found a beautiful young Ethiopian woman out there by the name of Zipporah, and he married her and settled down and had a child, little Gershom, and was probably well satisfied because Jethro's herd of sheep he would inherit. And he got old, and the vision of deliverance was all passed from him, and he was satisfied now to just be an ordinary sheep herder. And he was 80 years old. One day on the back side of the desert, walking down a little old pathway familiar, he was attracted a bush on fire. And from that time, Moses was a different man. Notice, God said, I'm going to send you right back down to Egypt. Go back down where you... Now, don't go back down and get a Bachelor of Arts. Don't go down and study some more psychology. Do not go down and get your doctor's degree. But I'm giving you a crooked stick. Take this and tell them I am sent you. Well, what was it? The next day, an educated, smartest man in the country, the most ridiculous sight. He had his wife sitting straddle a mule with a young'un on her hip like this, and the old whiskers are blowing, the old crooked stick in his hand, leading the mule. Come on here, let's go. Where are you going, Moses? Going down to Egypt to take over. One-man invasion. But the thing of it was, he'd done it. Why? Here it is. He had met God. And from that time, he was a changed man. That was a stick on the hillside the day before. But in the hands of God's anointed prophet, it became the judgment rod of God that smote Egypt with plague. And it was a one-man invasion that delivered the children because he had met God. He didn't need an army. He just needed God.